Hey Gemini, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in, this is where we get all up in other folks' business about love and relationships. This reading will be good for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you would like to try to pull together a more complete picture of what the month of June could look like for you, please check out, this just popped out, guys, Gemini. Please check out your moon and or rising sign if you happen to know what that is. If you don't, you can visit a site like astro.com and generate yourself a chart if you happen to know what your time of birth is, and of course the rest of your details. If you don't want to do that, you can shoot me an email and tell me you want to find out what your rising and or moon sign is, and I can just easily do that for you. You still need your time of birth and your other birth details. Happy birthday, Gemini. Let's start there. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody. I have the fan going in the background. Gemini, is hot, and I'm sorry if that little noise is distracting, but I'm in Texas, and if you guys just don't want me to end up having a heat stroke while I'm doing these, then and we've got the air on, it doesn't matter. It's 1,006 degrees. So, okay, while I'm shuffling, Gemini, let's talk a little bit. We have got the Sun and Mars in your sign. So, probably a lot going on for you. The thing about it is, Saturn is retrograde in your opposite sign. And has been for a while. So there may be some things coming up for you, especially we're about to have a full moon in your opposite sign of Sagittarius on the 6th. Make sure I got that right. I'm sorry, on the 9th of June. Full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like there's some things that are going to come up for you, Gemini, something internal, probably some internal conflict that you might be going through, that maybe this full moon in Sagittarius helps you. This is the final judgment. This is the final answer. This is the end all be all. I mean, the world card is the end all be all, but as far as the judgment is concerned, before you make that completion when the world card shows up, this is the final judgment. So if there's something going on with you, if there's something that you've needed answers to, if there's some truths that needed to be faced, this full moon in your opposite sign could certainly have those things come up for you. Let's see what else we want to talk about. Gemini, let's see. Mercury is also going to be moving into your sign. Probably in the next week and a half or so. I don't have all of the dates. I mean, I don't have the exact dates. But, you know, it's all about Gemini right now. The spotlight is definitely on you. It's like, I feel like this energy is got us starving for information. With the Judgment card showing up though, we got to be real sure that the information we're getting is good, true, solid information. And since we're talking about, okay, the 10 of coins just popped out reversed. Since we're talking about relationships, this is definitely getting to the truth in our personal relationships. And these are the truths that will raise the dead. I'm not even ready to start this yet, but I just wanted to show you that. You know, this is like raising the dead. This is ruled by Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is about truth and transformation, sex, death, and regeneration. So, yeah, plays no games. Definitely, it's the 20th major arcana. 2 plus 0 is 2. You've got the two little, there's a little portal there. So, you know, I think some things will come up at the full moon. Like I said, that some truths that will absolutely raise the dead. And with this 10 of coins coming up, I feel like, Gemini, you may find out some things about, it's something physical that you may not like. This is something, you know, like it could turn your happy household upside down. You may find out something about your health, because this is a Mercury and Virgo card. So there may be some information coming along about you or a partner's health. That could possibly, you know, I see people like falling behind possibly on bills and things like that because something has come up with you or your partner. The truth comes out about something. And this doesn't, at this point, it doesn't have to be, this could be about you or a partner's health. This could be about facing some truths about that. And I don't usually see health right away in a love reading. That's not the first thing I look for, but I'm picking that up, and I'm feeling like that. Like I said, it's a hell of a truth, and there's going to be some major transformation, whether it's with the one person, if this is a health issue, or whether this is a transformation in the relationship. Because with the 10 of coins reversed, this is just not having all of the resources that you need to be safe and secure. But I don't know if that was always the case. Whatever this judgment is, I'm feeling like could be the reason why there's a money or a money issue. And this money issue could be related to finding out something about somebody's health. Well, you know, let's keep going. Let's see what comes up. If I hadn't said already, because I got right into this when the cards popped out, I'm using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. Usually I'm using the Llewellyn Classic deck, but I want to switch it up this month. So I'm using the Tarot of Dreams, and I'm pulling the 3 cards. So we'll pull one more. And for clarifiers, I'm using, this is the Waite Tarot. You know, I've been using the little small pocket deck, but let's see. Okay, I'm not going to pull that card, but let me just say, Gemini, money's going to be an issue in your personal relationships. Back to what I was saying. I'm using this one this time. Oh, and we see the 8 of Swords there on the bottom. Okay, well, it looks like there's you're not really knowing which way to go with this. And that's not a card I'm pulling, and that's a clarified card. But since that came up, some of you Geminis may be feeling like you're trapped in a way of thinking. And it's like I just told Taurus, with this full moon that's coming up in Sagittarius in your opposite sign, It's a wanting to move forward. It's a wanting to expand. It's a wanting to reach a higher state of mind, a higher state of consciousness. It's about wanting to be optimistic. Jupiter is also going direct the same day that we have that full moon in Sagittarius. But that full moon in Sagittarius is going to conjunct Saturn. And Saturn is trying to put the brakes on everything. Full moon in Sagittarius wants to chug ahead, like I said, to the emotional, the intuitive, the psychic, the spiritual truth. But Saturn is like, no, all of this old spirituality stuff. No, what's real? Let's talk about what's really real. Yes, you want to get to these truths and things like that, but Saturn is wanting to hold you back from that. Not hold you back from the truth, but hold you back from, I guess, being just too gung-ho about how you want to move forward. Let me see, Gemini, if this, and this for you, for Gemini risings, this full moon is going to happen more than likely in your 7th house of relationships. Gemini, what I kind of think it is too is whether it's about somebody's health or whether or not it's about something else that's going on in your relationship, you already know. You already know what's up. You already know what the deal is. And you know that it's going to change things tremendously. And I certainly feel like that these things that are coming up, there's some internal conflict between self and other people. Be careful, Gemini, because if you are doing too much, this could be your health that's affected. You might be worried about everybody else, but not worried about you. And if your health goes awry, how are you going to take care of any and everybody else that you might be trying to take care of right now? If you're not right, the household's not going to be right. Okay, so let's see what else we do. 3 of Cups. This came up in Taurus's reading. Gemini, I want to tell you to take a load off and just not worry about it for a while and go sit somewhere and chill. Talk to some people, you know, have a cocktail. The only reason I think that may not be conducive is because if you're already having some money problems, then going out and drinking and having a good time is probably not the best thing to do at this time. Gemini, I feel like you're wanting to create a different type of space for yourself. The truth right now is too truthy. And I think it's got you feeling some type of way. And you just kind of want to just break off from that for a minute and go have some fun. You're thinking a lot about your family. There are probably new additions to the family. For those of you who have new additions to the family, you know, it could be as simple as some of you just had children or grandchildren. I actually have a Gemini friend who just had a grandchild. So, you know, I can totally see whenever a baby comes into it, oh, you got to spend some money. No free babies. And there may have been great celebrations. For those of you who may have some new additions to the family, it's great. It's a celebration. And your thoughts, Gemini, are all around family right now. I just really feel like it's around family. I don't know if If we're not talking about health, I don't know if the finances in the family are being looked at and analyzed in the correct way. There's a need to really look at that as well and come to a final conclusion about how the money's going to be spent. If there's some additions to a family or something like that, then certainly some rearranging, some transformation is going to have to happen. For some of you Geminis, this could be a situation where you have already been celebrating too much, or somebody within the family has been celebrating too much, having a good time, not taking care of business. And now it's, you know, with this showing up, it's a come to Jesus meeting. Somebody is like, okay, enough's enough. You see what's happening? Somebody's probably saying, every time I call and check my bank card, there's money missing. And that's because you, whoever you is, have been out here kicking it, out here celebrating, acting like it's all good, like life is just about a good time. But no, let's talk about the truth. Some things got to change. Let's go ahead and pull a clarifier. Now, these cards have the words on them, so I'm going to read the words directly from the card, as well as put my little intuitive 2 cents in if need be. Okay, so we have got the Emperor reversed. Let's go ahead and read the words. Let me show you this again. The Emperor reversed. Emperor is ruled by Aries. No, Emperor rules Aries. Right now we've got Venus in Aries, and this is definitely about, you know, my way or the highway. It's being a little selfish with what it is that we want. So maybe that's what you are dealing with, Gemini. Okay, so the Emperor reversed, the card says lack of maturity and self-control. A pushy, domineering bully, a self-centered person, danger of serious injury in competition or battle, loss of prestige, shame, loss of job, loss of control, abuse of power, domination. Okay, abuse of power, domination also goes very well with the Judgment card. But the Judgment card is not reversed. So if somebody has been abusing power, it's going to get righted. It may not be in the most comfortable way, but some things is going to have to change. And with this lack of self-control issue, for some of you, like I said before, this is a matter of somebody really just thinking about themselves. And it's upsetting finances, it's upsetting health, it's upsetting, you know, that having it all. Let's pull another card. Okay, the next card we have is the Four of Swords, and this is about taking some time to think. It's about meditation. Let's see what the card says. A personal battle ends, truce, or break in the break in the fighting. Okay, so we just talked about some fighting, and be careful because there could be some injury. Now let me go back before I get into this Four of Swords. I talked about health. I hope that some of you are not going so hard to get to this truth that there is some physical fighting and somebody ends up having to go to the hospital because they got smacked in the head or something like that. You know, another story that's coming up for me is like in the month of June, something could happen. Somebody's been doing too much drinking, too much partying, and you know, if things get physical because the truth comes out, because I'm telling you, how do they say? People tell the truth when they're drunk. So, you know, this might be a situation of somebody, you know, staggering in and telling another person what they really think about them, and they come off as a bully. And if it gets physical, somebody could get hurt. Have that falls under health issue. You know, and if somebody gets hurt and there's a hospital bill or something like that, or even if somebody gets sued or something like that, just be careful. The thing about it is, okay, so like I said, the Four of Swords comes up, and the card says a personal battle ends, truce or break in the fighting. Anxious feelings diminish. You let your guard down. Peace and quiet. Follow stress. You're alone with your thoughts. Stockpile resources and mentally prepare for the next battle. This is just one battle in the long war, okay? So, in the month of June at least, whatever fighting's going on here, you come to a truce. You come to some sort of agreement. May not be the easiest thing to go through this month, but you will come to a truce. And you'll have some time to calm your mind. Gemini, if this is you who has something to say to somebody, if this is your truth that you're ready to tell, the only thing I want to say about that is before you actually go and tell your truth, you know, don't go get your, we call it ignorant oil where I grew up, liquid courage. Gemini, don't allow yourself to get nice, you know, get lit, and then go and tell somebody what you think of them. At least not in this way, because it will cause problems. I suggest if you have a notion to handle things in that way, take some time out. Take some time with your thoughts. Make sure you understand your own truth before you go telling somebody else about theirs. And if this is somebody else, then, you know, I'm suggesting they do the same, but this is not their reading. The Emperor reversed definitely shows bullying. These are both about power struggles. And I do feel like that I feel like somebody's thinking about somebody else. Somehow there's a third party. And that could be literally, maybe somebody's going to their third party this week and you've had enough. For some of you too, I know that this is a relationship reading, but it's about all kinds of personal relationships. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a business partner. Somebody who's trying to dominate the business relationship and going about it all wrong. I also feel like that somebody, for those of you who, I'm seeing some bragging about some dumb stuff going on. I feel like somebody's running around saying or bragging about something and it's not really the truth. The thing about it is the proof is in the pudding. Somebody could be going around saying that they are this, that, and the other thing, and that they got it going on, they've got it all. But the truth comes out. You know, another thing I see is this guy, the Emperor, you know, he's or she's going and showing everybody a good time. And the bank is really broken. But this person just, you know, that's who they are. That's how they want to present themselves. But it certainly comes down to the truth. And whomever this is that's involved, you guys get it together, at least for the month of June. Gemini, especially with Mercury moving into your sign, so you have Sun and Mercury And Mars could still be there once Mercury moves into Gemini. I'm not exactly sure, but a lot of Gemini energy. So definitely be conscious of your words. Think about it. Think about it. You know, try to box it in a little bit. It's certainly okay to tell the truth. You know, Pluto would have it no other way. I mean, the Judgment card, which is ruled by Pluto, hates superficiality. Hates it. Definitely wants you to take some time to think about what's real and think about how things are being communicated, because it's going to cause some sort of upset. Now, one more thing, and I'm sorry I keep seeing so much. Say there's some conflict, like I said, between you and somebody else, or you know, with the situation. This Three of Cups could also be about this truce that happens. This may not be about somebody who's already celebrating, partying. This could be, you know, things are not quite right. Somebody thinks that they know what they're doing, they got it going on, they're trying to run shit, but it's not right. Somebody takes time to think about it. The truth comes out. It's a powerful truth, but then in the end, guys, shake hands, hug, make up, and go out and celebrate. Okay, so many other things I want to say, but time doesn't permit, and I can't remember what they are. But Gemini, that's the way I see it. I know that this was a little bit of everything, and Mars and Gemini supports me on that. Wants to do a little bit of everything, wants to implement a little bit of every thought and idea that Gemini has. So I know I've said a lot, brought up a few different scenarios, so I apologize if I was all over the place, but that's the way I see it. And if any of you would like to get a personal reading, please feel free to send email to me at tina@85thhousevibrations.net. I would love it if you follow me on Facebook and on Twitter at 85vibe. And I want to thank each and every person, new or returning, who's watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it, because really that's what I'm doing it for. Like I said, I didn't, the days I didn't want to do it, I didn't do it, and now I want to do it. So now I hope you guys get something out of it. Thanks, Gemini.